For years, I wondered what could blockchain really solve. NFTs had a moment, meme coins had a moment. I was inside the NFT moment. I worked at GameStop during the craze, helped launch their NFT marketplace, worked directly with Loopring and Immutable X. I was there, I saw the hype for what it was, and I saw what it wasn't. But the use case that actually changes how the internet works, that's happening right now. And I think we're looking at the biggest real world application blockchain has ever had. But before we get into what's being built, I want to show you an interesting trend because I think the behavior shift that's happening right now is really telling. So let's go over to the screen share. Okay, so what we're seeing now is 37% of consumers now begin their search with AI tools rather than a traditional search engine. So people are starting their search with ChatGPT or Claude, which makes a lot of sense because they do all the research for you and just give you back the answers. Um, AI referred traffic converts better, which also makes sense because all the research has been done and all you have to do is just make a decision. And finally, AI converts better. Just this is like all channels. AI just generally converts better. And this is all to say, basically, more people are relying on agents to go and search the internet. And I can see where we're going to be in a place where people are using the traditional search engines less and less and relying on agents more. So when AI is already doing the research and sending people the links to buy, the next logical step is the AI just completing the purchase itself. No human required. That's what agentic commerce is, and that's what I'm really excited about. And the infrastructure to make that happen is being built right now. All right, so some of the big companies making inroads into agentic commerce, it's Stripe. I think this makes a lot of sense. Stripe has been in the payment rails forever, so they see what's coming. They know agents are going to be online making a lot of payments, trying to buy things. So they're getting ahead of this, and they have this protocol, Agentic Commerce Protocol. Google also they have this Universal Commerce Protocol. So um, that all to say is that these companies they know that this is coming. The trend is trending that way, and so they're getting ahead of it. They're trying these things out. They have these protocols out there. The one protocol that excites me though is X402. And so X402 is like an open standard for native payments. So let's think about the internet right now. The internet is the internet gave us ability to read data, to write data, but moving value natively hasn't really been integrated into the internet just yet, right? Like we can read stuff, we can post stuff, but paying something, we have to like kind of use these other payment rails to do payments. And I think blockchain was trying to solve that, and it just hasn't had its moment. And I think now with agents coming online, it's really found its place because blockchain and agents just kind of go hand in hand. It was the missing primitive that we just needed to make internet native payments. So it's a way to move value across the internet, the same way data does, just instantly, programmatically, and without humans in the loop. And so when you when we're looking at X402 and we see how we currently make payments, you can see the stark difference and what it's trying to solve. So the old way was essentially just built for humans. Account creation, KYC, managing API keys, very slow transactions, right? 2-3 days for the automated clearinghouse, 5 steps just to make a single payment. And with an agent, it's kind of hard to fulfill some of these steps because it has to fill out a form or it has to get past CAPTCHA, whatever it is. With X402, an AI agent just sends an HTTP request and it gets a 402 saying this resource needs payment. The agent pays via stablecoins, so agents have wallets, which is really cool. We'll get into stablecoins and how this really works underneath, but it's really cool. Essentially, it makes the payment on the chain, it verifies it via hash, and then the service grants access to the API to the product, whatever it is. As we saw earlier, user behavior on the net is already shifting toward AI. So if we go here, go back up, and as that shift continues, more and more of those interactions are going to be fully agentic. So going back, remember 37% consumers are using AI tools for search. So that number is going to increase. So more agents are going to be online. This is Agentic Market, a marketplace for services built specifically for agents to discover and pay for things via X-Pro 2. No API keys, no subscriptions, just agents going out and paying for what they need. Come down here. These are some of the services. So if your agent needs data, if your agent needs something, it can hit one of these services, pay for it, and get it. Really, really cool. So these are like early signs. So right now it's mostly data, but you can imagine eventually it's going to be products, actual products like physical products or yeah, like physical products like beds, grills, whatever. Come over here to the X402 scan. This is not something that's like going to come someday. It's actively happening right now, and this is why I'm really excited about it. And this is why I'm showing you. And this is why this is what this channel is all about. It's discovering agentic commerce and building on it. So right here in the past 30 days, we're getting some volume here. This is a service. Blockrun, I think, is one of the more popular ones. It's just basically an endpoint for agents to hit. It's more like it's like an inference. It's an inference endpoint. And mind you, this is not some small project. This is championed by Linux Foundation, the same organization behind the internet, really. And all the founding members here are big time companies. So we go down. Okay, so this is the Linux Foundation kind of announcing the launch of X402 and then backing it. And this was recent. Come down. Some of the companies are Coinbase. I think Coinbase is the main lead on this. We got Cloudflare, Stripe themselves. So not only were they trying to do their own thing, but they're also backing this. So probably putting their chips in multiple places. But I think X402 is to me, it seems more open, where ACP is kind of like their thing, and this is more of like the internet thing, like an HTTP standard, which I think is going to win out. AWS, Circle, I mean, these are all just big companies. So Shopify, which naturally makes sense. Solana. So yeah, this is why I'm really excited. Agentic commerce, it's here, it's growing slowly, but just the way the trend is going, I just see this being really huge here in a I don't want to make any predictions, but 3 to 5 years. All right. I hope you're excited as I am. What makes this space so interesting is that it's not just AI and it's not just blockchain. It's the two technologies coming together, and I really, really think this time it's different. It's not another NFT hype cycle. It's not another meme coin moment. It's not another ICO. This is the convergence of AI agents and blockchain infrastructure. Just some real cyberpunk futuristic stuff. And I genuinely believe we're about to see the true utility of blockchain in the agentic era. We didn't dive into the payment layer too much today. I didn't want to get too technical. Things like how stablecoins work in this whole thing, USDC, but that's coming. If the convergence of AI agents and blockchain is something you want to follow, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.